What's up, man? Wow.
A lot easier to come on this after a dub, ain't it?
Yeah, it's scary dub, but it's a
From what
dub.
I gathered in that game, it was just a big old defensive battle, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I don't think it shouldn't have been a defensive battle. It should have been.
Bad offensive battle.
Yeah, it hit the over.
Yeah, it did
Yeah,
hit
hit
the
over
over.
by 1.5. Funny how that happens.
Yeah, over by 1.5, and it hit the spread by right on the money.
Almost like Vegas knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson, 7 receptions, 123 today. Big catch, man. Big catch.
It could have been a lot bigger, man. Oh, I got you. We'll see. We'll have to see. Right, Sarah? I mean, we wake up early for this one, like earlier than normal, and we still got to be stressed out for a 3-point win against the Browns, which, we knew coming in, the Browns had a good defense and it showed, but our offense definitely helped them out. But they had a rookie quarterback, and what do we get to him? Maybe twice, 3 at the most sacks? Like, Gabriel looked like an NFL quarterback, which I did not expect to happen today. It shouldn't have happened today.
Yeah. And I it's like our season hasn't really started yet for us. It feels like we're waiting for it to get going, in my opinion.
Well,
Time's a ticking.
I know.
it's gonna pass us by.
Yeah.
I feel like we're a little bit lucky to be 3-2 at this point.
Yep.
What up, Shaq?
What's going on, fellas?
Man.
Well, we won.
I'm happy that we have Justin Jefferson at wide receiver.
Yeah, that definitely helped. When the offense was looking stinky, Justin Jefferson would come up and make these clutch catches.
Mm-hmm.
Usman Ward. I don't know if you guys talked about it already. Shout out to KOC quick game. It's like we finally seeing the offense do quick passes. He kind of is trying to trickle back into his old ways with the 5-7 step drop back, but he quickly learned that shit's not going to work against the number one defense.
Yeah. Addison was big. I need to know why he didn't play in the first quarter. I think Cody said something about it might have been a team discipline, but we're not sure about that yet. But Addison made some big catches during this whole game. Like, he didn't really have any big ones, but like the catches he did have, they were like clutch situations. It was nice to have him out there.
Was huge.
No. Okay, the touchdown was huge, but I'm saying, like, leading up to that, like, he had other catches that were big in this game. And they weren't like big deep ones. They were just like for first downs for like 6-7 yards. Like,
that one out route,
finally had a nice game.
That one out route he ran in that final drive before it was like 3rd and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that was an awkward throw. That was a really bad.
A lot of awkward throws.
Yeah, but what really worries me is for the Carson Wentz McCarthy thing are those out routes, because the play before that he threw a beautiful out route, and Wentz was throwing really good out route passes that whole game. The speed outs, the out route to a lot of out routes to Jefferson, then he had out routes to Naylor. Looking at that game and looking at McCarthy throwing his out routes it's worrisome, especially in KOC style offense.
So there's some talk right now about the offensive line, and honestly, I think this might have been either the first or second best game that the offensive line played. And I know that's not saying much, but having 3 replacements in there, including a guy who's never played center and a UDFA playing in his first game at guard, I thought Wentz had time. The run blocking maybe a little bit shaky, but this was probably the best pass protection that we had all season. I got a plane going over me right now, but I think this was probably the best pass protection we had. A lot of the sacks that Wentz took were kind of on Wentz for holding the ball and then pump faking, ducking, and trying to run.
There's a lot of plays, though, I did see where the receivers just standing there. They weren't breaking towards the ball, towards Wentz. Their coverage, I would look at them as coverage sacks because they were just standing there. right? Thielen had it. Thielen was wide open on the play. He had a guy squatting right behind him, ready to break on the ball.
Thielen didn't. You'll watch the all 22 and see that.
Yeah, I'll probably watch, and he's probably on the crossbody throw in the middle of the field.
You'll see that he was open for a first downs, but you'll see an NFL quarterback should be able to make that throw. That's what you're going to see.
Crossbody.
Only if we had an NFL quarterback.
Oof.
Nah, I'm not going.
He's going to have to be, Shaq.
I'm not going to harp on Wentz too bad. He did enough.
He did, but I find it hard to. I don't find it hard to be negative after a win. I don't like being negative after a win, but there were a lot of those passes to Jefferson that could have got him killed, and then there was a lot of passes where Jefferson could have had a bigger day, but they were just terrible passes by Wentz, and it wasn't like even under pressure.
I just don't see J.J. McCarthy doing the same thing. You know, I mean, it probably is the same passes that'll be thrown. We saw it in the first 2 weeks.
What up, Unc?
So I got to watch a little bit of the game towards the end, but in the beginning I was listening, and that first drive when Jordan Mason fumbled, I thought, oh no, here we go.
Oh, absolutely, because the drive actually started out good. Like I was actually buying in, and then that. Yeah. It's like you're a Viking fan. Remember that? Don't forget that. So I got an early humbling to know, okay, this might not be 30 to 12 game. Might not be.
How concerned are we with Mason's carrying?
I mean, his ability to hold on to the ball, Shaq?
Yeah, especially since he's the type to, run through people and not avoid them.
Well, that was the issue. He was avoiding a lot this game. He wasn't running straight. Like when we did run straight, he'd get through the second level and he'd be 5-yard carry.
I don't know.
You know what was good was that was the only Mason's name I really heard this game. I think there was some fear about another Mason taking over this game, and that just did not happen.
Thank goodness.
A whole bunch of other defensive plays on the Browns D line taking over.
Well, let's bring on our first guest.
Keith, old boy, is that you?
What's up, KOC Jr.?
What's going on, my friend?
Are you in the?
He's at the gym. Is that where you get the locker room?
I just got here.
He's giving out game balls right now.
All right, my first game ball. It's got to go to Jordan Addison. He saved our team. He saved us.
He did. I mean, Jefferson kept us in it, but yeah, I mean, that was an awesome catch. I gotta go back and rewatch it. I'm surprised they didn't show the replay right after.
Me neither.
I was like, was he in or not? Like, I had to wait for them. Oh, they're lining up for the extra point, so I guess it's good.
They were just trying to make sure that there was no replay reviews from the booth.
Strong.
I wanted to see the damn replay.
I didn't want to see that, but yeah, this has got to be the catch of the week. Like, can we not have a game that gives us all Vikings fans heart attacks?
Nope.
Look, we just had one with the Bengals, dude. How much more do you want? We got our one this decade.
True, but
this is a rumor that was out there, and I don't believe it, because I think if Addison was drunk, he wouldn't have played the whole game. I don't think they would just, oh, you're hungover, sit out a quarter, and now you can come in. So I'm not buying this Twitter rumor.
He was drunk on a Friday.
Oh, he was drunk on a Friday? Wow.
I'm not going to speculate on why we didn't see him in the first quarter, but it does seem like it was disciplinary.
Yeah. I mean, you're a professional. End of the day, you get paid millions of dollars to play a sport. You need to start acting professional. If you're going to get disciplined by a team in the first quarter from your own coach who needs every single weapon on the field to start a game because of what you have already, you need to fucking fix something. And you already have disciplinary issues. You need to fucking look in the mirror and fix something.
You need to fix
Making
that damn.
him look a whole lot more. Making him look a whole lot more affordable when that contract extension happens.
Yeah.
O-line definitely needs to be fixed up. And we need to get healthy because, like, the first half of the schedule, it's, I'd say, like, medium. I give it at, like, a grade B minus. No, actually C plus, solely because of the Atlanta game. But coming out of the bye week, which is going to be next week, we need to get our O-line recuperated and game plan better because we got a fucking gauntlet.
That's
Right?
true.
Yeah, I did peep that Rouse was in the second half. How did he do? Because I really didn't get to
Oh.
watch him.
Way better than what School did, I'll tell you that.
You did better.
When I
A lot
noticed
better.
he was in, I noticed because he was getting pushed back into the back. I don't know who was pushing him. But it seems our offensive line lacks physicality.
I think it's
Yeah, well,
been
one
that
thing
way
that I
since the
will give
90s.
our offensive line credit for that I didn't see them do, they did not give in to fear against this Cleveland defensive line. They didn't give in to fear. I'll say that.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is they didn't allow like Myles Garrett or a lot of these other guys to get to the QB as frequent. I mean, Myles Garrett probably got one tackle, and it wasn't even a tackle for loss on Wentz.
Oh, this guy looks happy.
They said basically we held Myles Garrett to his lowest pressure rate all season. Wow, I'm shocked at
Now, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it felt like they did that, and the other player got
Skol, Barber.
Yep. What's going on, Skol Barber? How you doing, E?
I'm good, KLC Jr. How are you? Good game calling today.
I'm doing great. It would have been better in the first 3 quarters, but I'm not going to complain about that.
E, lay it on us. Give us your immediate reaction to this game.
Man, talk about emotional roller coaster. I went from being like extremely disappointed with this team to that last drive when we kind of put everything together and marched downfield. Man, you guys were talking about the offensive line a little bit earlier. Look, we got a patchwork offensive line. We do. And I think that there were some times where KLC kind of disguised that and had some quick hitting routes. And I think that worked out well for us, man. Seeing how they performed against the Browns, I think with this unit, give them a bye week, more practice. I think we can duplicate that against the Eagles, man. It was an ugly game, but I'll take an ugly win over a sexy loss any day of the week. So I'll take it.
E, let me ask
We
you a
have a
question.
left guard.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
What's up, Cody?
Let me ask you a question. Who starts against the Eagles? Is it McCarthy or is it Wentz?
I'm still going to say I think you got to play McCarthy, man. You got to. I know I'm pretty critical of him, but we can't just keep kicking the can down the road. There were a couple of plays today that I think JJ may have converted if he was in the game as opposed to Carson. But that being said, there were some throws today that I'm like, I don't know if JJ would have had the poise and the experience to make those throws because he's a rookie. But we're not going to know what we have in the kid unless we give him a chance to succeed or a chance to fail. Like, we have to try it out. So he has to play unless he's truly not healthy. If he's not healthy and he's going to be a liability to the team, then continue to sit him. But if he's able to go, you got to put the kid in the game.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's scary because if you throw JJ in the game with what Carson Wentz did the past 2 minutes in that 2-minute offense, I mean, oof.
Yeah, like I was looking at that last play because JJ's young. Because there were 2 people that could have been targets. You had Hawkinson, who was like 5 yards in, and then you had Addison, who was a little bit behind him going towards the corner. I think an inexperienced quarterback probably takes the safe throw and goes to Hawkinson, and then you run 15, 20 seconds off of the clock and then go for a field goal as opposed to a touchdown. So it's there's pros and cons, but the only way JJ is going to learn, man, is if you give him real game time experience. So it has to happen.
I like Chicken Pecker's answer here, but would you, let's say you want to get a quarterback to get experience and develop at the cost of a season?
I mean, that's what we drafted him for, though.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the
like,
thing. Like you don't go number 10 overall and then take over a team that won 14 games last year and then not play him. Like you have to play him unless the coaching staff either A, believes he's not healthy enough to play, or B, they truly believe he's not at the level of development they want him to be. You got to put him in the game.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
It's
All
already
right,
over.
fellas. We're gonna bring on a Browns fan right now. This is the one who would have outnumbered us on Thursday but couldn't make it in. Mike from the Bearded Browns podcast. What's up, Mike?
What is up,
What
gentlemen?
up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
I've been better. I know that.
Hey, Mike, I got a question for you before we kick it off real quick. How do you feel about Dylan Gabriel, man? He played a lot better than I expected him to play, but what's the talk in the Browns fan group?
As of right now, I mean, it's promising. It's looking promising as a rookie. You know, you sit back and see what we had in Joe Flacco. Obviously, wasn't the answer. Clearly, was not the answer. So to put in a rookie and have him shine pretty much the way he did today with a busted up offensive line, and I know you guys are aware of an offensive line issue as well. So with that being said, if the line can get better, I think Dylan Gabriel will be able to do better as well. So it's something we got to look forward to as a offense. And obviously, penalties, man. Penalties won you guys that game, and Kevin Stefanski's stupid calls for the timeouts that just gave you guys the clock today. But,
Yeah, the timeouts.
I feel like this game was a mirror because we had a lot of penalties too,
Okay.
a lot of mistakes. Like it was like the same two teams playing against each other, and that's why it came down to the final seconds, and either team could have won that game. And I don't know if either of us would have felt great about the victory. I don't feel great about it. Like he said, I'm happier with the ugly win than a sexy loss, but I don't feel great about it.
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you what, I'm a Browns fan, so I will take any win, ugly or not. It's just the way it is in Cleveland.
Is KOC on the hot seat? No, not KOC, but Stefanski.
It's rough to say that with
Freudian slip.
It is really hard to say whether or not he is. It's possible, but unlikely. The Hasms love him. So I think with that being said, I think he's not on the hot seat, especially with all the injuries. Again, you can't really win with all the injuries. I mean, that's the inevitable. So you got to take that with a grain of salt, unfortunately, and figure it out. I think Stefanski will be back at least one more year after this, no matter what.
I don't think Stefanski's not hot. He's a 2-time coach of the year in the past 5 years. Like, you're not going to find a coach like that again for a while. I mean, his first
no way he's getting let go.
His first.
He is the first winningest coach that we've had since. Yeah, we've been back pretty much. There's just so much. There is so much to look forward to. Obviously, and that Andrew Berry, everybody's wondering if he's on a hot seat as well. But this has got to be his best draft because all these rookies that we got are shining. It's something's got to give though. Like something has to happen. Obviously, you guys know that offensive line is very, very important to your quarterback as well. And you guys seen it today. You guys put an undrafted free agent out there, and he shined. Mason Graham and Miles were supposed to walk over both of those guys. Yeah.
We put 2 out there and a guard that's
I'm just as surprised as you are, Mike.
Yeah, like us as Cleveland fans were bragging, like, man, Mason Rudolph. Yeah, not that guy. Myles Garrett and Mason Graham were supposed to be dominant on the line, but they were not. I mean, you had a couple sacks here and there, but you guys still outshined us in the long run. And unfortunately,
I think the Vikings have a left guard contract.
Not a late.
I will say that Skol, I still think that Skol, whatever his name is a bum. But
Skol.
Hubert,
And yes,
I think Hubert played a pretty good game today, man. For somebody who was just thrown in the fire, like I gotta give that young man props. Like I do.
Left guard controversy.
Yeah, for real, Fish, 100%.
Hey,
we have a huge left tackle problem.
Yes,
on our offense, and I was thinking today, with Dylan Gabriel coming out as the first left-handed quarterback on the Browns since 1987, that we might have had some luck, because he's not scrambling. That's not his blind side. That he might have gotten lucky today, but it just man.
I said on the live that you guys, your offensive line woes are similar to ours. Like we were waiting on a guard ever since Steve Hutchinson, our Hall of Fame guard, left this team. We've been waiting for a decade, and I was like, yeah, you guys are in the same boat without Joe Thomas. Like, without Joe Thomas, your left tackle is just blown wide open. Not good.
That's the thing. Our offensive line has been dominant in the last decade, but it's now absent, just like Keith is.
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd the man go?
What's that?
He's out there doing Keith stuff.
Answer E's question about Skol. We took him out in the second half.
I didn't even notice that we replaced him. Who did they put in?
With Walter Rouse.
Oh, got it. Yeah, no, like, hey, well, Rouse did all right, but man, that kid Huber, I don't know what college he went to, but for us
Wisconsin.
to just pick him out of the grocery line and throw him up against the Browns, and for him to perform reasonably well, I got to give that young man props, man. Like he did a favorable job today.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, E, I know it's your first time checking into the show, but you should check
job.
out Let's Go during the off season because we talked about Huber.
My fault, my brother, my fault. You guys are on it, man. You guys are
become familiar with us, bro. Like, we like to see you. You seem like a knowledgeable cat.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah, you can join us every once in a while.
I ain't gonna lie though. If Jordan Mason's injury was way more serious, this Vikings team does not win today. Does not win today.
That is true.
Even with the,
I'll agree with that. Xavier Scott is not an every down back. That's not what it is. He's a change of pace back. You call a play for him, something that gets him out in open space and see if he can make something happen. I thought he played well for what he does.
But he's not.
The Vikings lack a running back that has real explosion. Like I love Jordan Mason, but Jordan Mason's a bruising back, right? Like look, watching Judkins run today, that kid hits the hole so hard, so fast, and like it's hard to catch him off of that initial burst. We need a running back that can do some of that, and Ty Chandler can at times, but Ty Chandler is inconsistent too.
What about Cam Akers, the guy that threw a touchdown pass today? His motive was through the roof for a touchdown pass. And then when Mason went out, we never saw Cam Akers. I don't think we saw Cam Akers besides the pass.
That's our all-pro quarterback right there.
We didn't need a pass. So they kept him out. They wanted to run the ball, so they brought on Scott. Cam, what's up, man? Let us know how you're feeling after that game.
Well, KOC, he needs to call the game like he did that last drive. This holding the ball is just stupid. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. You can't hold the ball against this Browns defense. You do that, you're dead meat. And that happened 3 or 4 times in this game where they weren't getting the ball out quick. And that's exactly it was like he's like, I want that big play. I want that big play. Instead of just taking what the Browns were giving them. That's my take on it. I mean, Vikings, come on, learn how to fucking tackle. You guys are the most horrible team when it comes to getting outside. I've never seen a team that cannot tackle.
Hey, well, Ken, hold on. So during that game, the defense, I thought they played admirably. They were bend but don't break. There was a series of punt, I think 4 straight punts in a row, and then the missed field goal. That's 4 scores you left off the board as an offense.
And you got to think one of the times that the Browns scored is because we gave them great field position off of a fumble.
Yes.
I thought those turnovers were going to help us dramatically.
You can't give up. You can't give up. You can't let somebody go straight through your line on that first drive. You can't let them go straight through your line five freaking times and not tackle. The guys can't tackle. Go back to the basics. I'm sorry. I'm really disappointed in the way that this team tackles. They do not tackle very well.
I wish I could be disappointed after a win.
Well, right. I was just going to ask you that. Like, is this how the Browns fan base reacts after a win?
No, our fan base is so overdramatic after a loss or a win. It doesn't matter. There's always negatives. We do a segment on our show, The Blame Game, and we already put it on Twitter. Like, who's to blame for this loss? And you usually pick 3 or 4 people, or an offense as a whole, defense, whatever. and it seems to be Kevin Stefanski the last 2 weeks. So everybody's real harsh here, especially after a loss.
Oh, we are too, Blair. We
Could
are
have been
too.
after
Hey,
giving
wait,
the ball up.
who missed the field goal? Us or the Browns?
Us.
We did.
Right.
That
It
was
wasn't even
us.
close.
And it wasn't even right.
close.
It was
Not
wide
even-
How
right.
far away was it?
Well,
51.
51.
I don't think that field goal was on record. If you look at the way that
Cody and
the ball was placed, if you look at the way the ball was placed, it was tipped that way. I mean, go back and look at it. When you go back and you look at it, the holder actually tipped it like this way, like this. So how's the ball going to go, guys?
I'll give you a little bit of
It's gonna
benefit of the
go
doubt
that
there, Ken, and I will go rewatch it because I didn't see that. But either way, it looked like Michael Fish kicked that thing
Either
without
way,
a running start.
It was a bad kick.
Field goals now.
It was a bad
Hold on
kick,
just a
man.
second. Was my hot take within 60 yards or 50 yards, he'd be perfect? I think it
yeah,
was
7.5
50.
from 165. Wait a minute.
I
You're
don't think
hitting
it
a
would've said
7.5
60.
from 165. You need to get your golf game going a little bit better than that, bro. I'm
T-Back,
sorry,
what's
but
up?
8 iron for me.
Hey guys,
Sprinkle us with some positivity.
What's going on,
I,
T-Bags?
I just, I'm not at all saying this because I think there's a quarterback controversy or none of that shit. But this was almost a must-win game, and I think Carson Wentz showed a hell of a lot of leadership. There was those couple plays where the guy could have slid and took the easy way out, and he took the hit trying to get the first down. That's showing the young guys in the team, let's quit fucking around, boys. We need this. And I think that was a big key to the game. And it was a great pass, that last touchdown. So, me, hats off to Wentz for his leadership more than anything this game.
Hey, I do got a question. Do you guys think that KOC, because I think Wentz, I'll give him a B for his play today, but there were times where I think he took sacks where I believe he should have thrown the ball away. And I go back and think of the past quarterbacks the last 3 years. Do you think KOC coaches our quarterbacks to just take sacks as opposed to throw the ball away?
I sure hope not.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Because all of our quarterbacks hold the ball for an extremely long period of time and very rarely throw it away.
I feel like
You
I
guys
heard
had
him
an
like
offensive
say,
line that was able to do that.
That's
We
a fair
don't-
grade of B overall for Wentz, but I'll give him an A+ for leadership that game.
That's
my
fair.
issue is with what you were saying.
too.
E,
Okay.
I think the holding on to the ball is more about what are the routes that are being run.
Yeah,
Okay.
that. Like the wide receiver is just standing there watching the quarterback scramble forward
Right.
and not going back to the ball. Like you're taught as a wide. If that was the case where, hey, you want to take the sack and instead of throwing it away, the wide receivers would be moving a little bit more instead of staying stagnant, watching their quarterback, they're all looking backwards at the offensive line, seeing it starting to collapse. They
Right.
should find zone. Like I think Hawkinson had the best today. He found an open zone in that fourth quarter in that 2-minute drive. Found the open zone and it caught it and was up 16 yards of the field. Yeah, it's hard
You
to
guys-
say.
Clearly,
Did you
had
guys
enough.
notice? Did you guys notice? You watch NFL games. Almost every game, you see weird things. There was a couple ones this game. Beginning of the game, the first offensive play, before the ball snapped, the TV screen puts up a penalty.
Flag. Yeah. I saw that.
I saw that too.
And I'm like, what the hell? And then there was a penalty. It was holding. I'm like, that's kind of freaking weird.
This is
like,
all I
you
saw
know,
today.
And then
Mike stays ready
and
with
then
the
at
flag.
the end of the game on the Vikings' final drive, one of the catches that Addison caught inbounds, they stopped the clock and it didn't
Well, because they called
start
timeout.
up.
Called timeout.
They didn't announce it was a timeout.
They called timeout because they had 2 and they went down to 1 after that.
Okay, because I'm like, what the hell's going on there?
They called the timeout.
Yeah, same for the Hail Mary.
Second runoff.
Yeah.
What's that? No. I mean on the Vikings drive.
Yeah, they called
Addison
timeout.
caught the ball once. I thought Cleveland was out of timeouts at that point.
No, they had 2 on them. They called a timeout there, and they called a timeout later.
It was something around, I don't know, 50 or 40 seconds.
Yeah,
The clock just stopped.
yeah, they called
Yeah,
timeout.
but that penalty flag thing was weird. It pops up before the play started. I just found that kind of weird.
Hey guys, I'm
Yeah,
about
that
to
was
I'm about to jump off, man. But it's my son's birthday. But I got just a couple things I want to say, man, before I hop out of here. One, a win like this does a lot to a team's psyche, and I think that they can definitely build off of this. It was ugly, and we have a lot of things to work on. But I do think that us coming out of here with a win, going into the bye, is a really good thing. Over these next couple of weeks, you start thinking about some of the names that we're getting back: Cashman, Van Ginkel. We got Jackson coming back. I don't know how long O'Neill's going to be out, but we got O'Neill coming back. We could be going into the latter half of the year with a semi-healthy roster and a team that's been battle-tested as well. I like our chances. I'm not saying that we're going to run the gauntlet, but I'm extremely happy we came out here with a win. I do believe that when JJ comes back, you have to give him a chance. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we do against the Eagles in 2 weeks, man. Skol, you guys. God bless, man. Let's have a great week.
Later,
See you,
East. So happy
Cool.
birthday to your son.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Let me ask you
Happy
guys
birthday,
something
little
real
E.
quick.
Go ahead, Mike.
So I'm an Ohio State fan, and I hate Michigan, obviously.
Oh boy.
Well, man, I'm a State fan.
What do you guys think of JJ McCarthy? Honestly, like, you think that's the godsend for your guys' team? Is that something you guys are looking forward to?
Not a godsend, but
Yes.
the future of our team.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
he's-
it. I just want him to see, and I want to see a good out route being thrown. That's my biggest.
I want to see him play. Accuracy is my concern for him.
Yeah.
Accuracy and availability.
We saw. I think it was around 12 out routes were thrown today from the Minnesota Vikings, and you can definitely see the arm strength between quarterbacks from McCarthy to Wentz. Wentz was able to deliver those out routes. The Addison out route was a little behind, but it still got there. With McCarthy, I haven't seen a completed out route since the ball that landed at the ankles of I think it was Naylor during Atlanta. And everything else has been either intercepted or very, very underthrown.
What really surprised me today was when Wentz had all that time in the pocket with this defensive line against you guys. I didn't think he was going to have that much time. Yeah, he had to elude out of the pocket a couple times, but in the long run, his defensive line should have been able to hold him up, and we didn't. For some reason, he had plenty of time to throw the ball. We didn't have nearly as much time today.
Yeah, no, I think the offensive line played well, especially like I said, we had 3 backups. I think it was a good job by them. Like, surprised us as well. But let's get somebody with a knowledgeable perspective on here. What's up, Tanya?
Hey, hi. I
Hey,
actually
Tanya.
didn't watch the
Great.
game today.
RIQ just went up.
Yeah. So
Give it to us.
McCarthy, I don't know. It's essentially his first year, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's essentially
so
his first year.
essentially, like they've said over and over, there have been so many great quarterbacks who've had lousy first years. Give him time. He's been injured, and I think that's kind of the thing that sets him back. Is that the other, you think Josh Allen, right? Like, he did not have a great first year, but he didn't get injured badly his first year. So I don't know.
That is true.
Kind of take it and see. If he didn't have the injuries, I think he would have been a lot farther. But knowing that he's been injured twice now, I don't know if he is the promise that the Vikings have been needing. I think without injuries, he definitely would be. But yeah, I guess give it time. I think it's smart if he does not play against the Eagles. The Eagles are playing against the Broncos today. I'm so excited. That's going to be a fabulous game. They're actually playing right now. But I think, yeah, set him out after that and bring him back. Wentz is doing great. I'm happy with Wentz. But it was happy to see Rosemer go in for a snap. I kind of thought he was going to play a little bit more. But Yeah, bring McCarthy back in a couple weeks and see if he can get it together and prove himself once again.
That was actually what I was going to say.
Oh, yay.
Too late. That's what she said.
I have a question for Mike.
Me?
Mike, I have a question for you. How upset were you with Cleveland's second to last play calling there?
Yeah, I think it was horrible. Well, why wouldn't you run the ball and try to run the clock down? Instead, you just run 9 seconds off the clock, and then you called stupid timeouts that gave you guys the momentum. Obviously, it was horrible.
I think coaching in general this year is that about.
Well, to be honest, I think Stefanski was trying to play more conservative. Obviously, you got a rookie quarterback out there for his first start. You're in London, so there's pressure there, obviously, so you take that in consideration. But you also got these rookies out there that are just showing flashes of amazingness. Honestly, it's a glimpse of happiness for this team. But how do you put it together to win a game? That's the outcome we need, is to win a game. You got Judkins running for 112 yards as a rookie in his third game. I mean,
that was amazing. Honestly, he had a great game.
Yeah.
And I will say, for a rookie in London, that's a story that nobody else can tell. I played my first game in the NFL in London. How cool is that for them?
I'll give credit where credit's due. The Gabriel did have like a fairly decent game, and so did that. That Jenkins guy. Yeah, he's a really powerful running back.
Oh, Judkins.
Judkins.
Yeah.
That's why you draft him in fantasy.
I tried, but somebody picked him up before me.
I definitely drafted him. Reaping the rules.
Yeah, that kid's going to be an elite running back
that play calling sequence by Cleveland, the second last possession, was horrible. That was a big gift to the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't have won that game with the 2 turnovers, to be honest. That's what was the biggest bummer. You know, we bitched and moaned about not having turnovers. We're finally getting them, but still managing to lose a game.
Yeah, 2 turnovers. Was it 6 or 7 punts and a missed field goal? You guys should have won that game.
Easily. You guys actually did cover the spread, too. It was 4.5, I believe. So
funny how that works.
I'm going to get going, but before I go, I just want to say, if I was a Browns defensive back, before the Vikings' first possession was over, that freaking Justin Jefferson diamond necklaces or whatever would have been ripped off his neck and laying on the ground. That is such a horrible, horrible look. You come walking in the stadium looking like you're the Lost Beetle from the rooftop concert, and then you wear 3 diamond chains during the game. Just a horrible look. And people don't call him a diva? That's everything about being a diva.
I want to mention something.
23 yards, my guy.
About diamonds. You don't like the bling bling?
Look good, feel good,
I
play
think
good.
it's a horrible look. Wear it off the field. That's all I'm saying.
Receptions, 123 yards.
You must hate that. You must.
I guarantee it. There's no rule in the rule book that you can't rip a guy's neck off.
Of course, there's not.
Written in the rule book.
It's a
I
horse
just
collar.
rip them off.
Talib did it.
I just rip them off and laugh at them.
I can't.
I would.
Leave off the necklace.
You know what
What's
I hate,
that?
honestly? You know what I hate about the NFL right now is
What
the
is it?
fashion show before every single game. Who cares?
Yeah,
what you're wearing?
exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah,
If you can't play the game,
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that.
yeah, I don't want to see what they're walking in on. Nobody cares. You're not Taylor Swift, bro. I don't care. Like,
Yep.
just not that I even like her either. But
That's what I'm getting worried about. NFL going more and more to sports entertainment than
I'm talking about any team.
They
Like,
doing
you
it for
can't win a game.
sponsorships.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous
look at
anymore.
the halftime show for the NFL this year. What a joke! You bring in somebody in that doesn't even sing English.
I gotta go check on my grill real
Thank
quick.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this one too. Sounds like a bunch of
Thank
white.
you.
I'm sorry, that's just stupid.
I'm just worried about the NFL going more towards the WWE and calling their sports entertainment instead of we're still playing football.
I
thought it was refreshing.
If you guys remember,
T-Bass.
if you guys
got bad
remember
news for you,
not too
T-Bass.
long ago, we had a quarterback who did not play the fashion game. He pulled up to the game in a conversion van and had like his button down striped shirt. We had that. If you guys want to go back to that, we can.
I don't
That actually
care.
would be nice.
Hey,
But who cares about the halftime show, honestly? Like, you're there to watch football, correct?
Yeah.
To watch the fucking game then.
did you see the halftime show of this game? The broad was in her bare feet.
The broad was in her bare feet. That's that. You're doing the
The
fucking
broad
point
was in her
correct there,
bare
my guy. You're
She
hammering.
didn't even have shoes on. She was in her bare feet.
Who cares? Go cook some
Seriously,
food.
no shoes.
The hell.
I just found that kind of weird. You're on national
I was busy
TV.
making my pancakes.
You're on national TV and you come out in like a $4,000 dress. You don't even have damn shoes on.
Who cares?
Bro.
The hell?
You watch football.
Yeah, it's just weird. Hey, and I'm the first one to tell you, I'm on the other side of the generation gap. I'm fine. I just don't
I
get
love
you,
you,
kid.
T-Bass. I love you, T-Bass.
I don't get you, kid. I don't get the fashions. I don't get, but I found it refreshing. The Viking touchdowns today. There were no dancing. Oliver just spiked the ball.
Hey, that's how it
Naylor
is.
just jumped. It was just all, you know,
Like the greedy.
no big productions after a touchdown. Act like you've been there.
We need to get T-Bass a mic.
Yes.
Yes.
I gotta get going, guys. So I just had to put my
on sportsmanlike.
just had to put my 2 cents in about the NFL fast. So.
All right, Skol, T-Bass. Oh, damn.
Hey, I gotta head out, but it would be okay if I said my final pieces before I headed out.
It would be very okay before you go get those reps.
Yeah, head out.
Thank you. I want to say that while the win was not obviously our best win, I'm still fine with it. Mike, your Browns played a phenomenal game today. I'll give them credit where credit's due. But yeah, let's just rest, regroup, get our guys healthy, and let's get on to the second half of the season. And thank you everyone for having me on the show as usual. It's always a pleasure to come on.
Have a great
Go hit a
Sunday,
PR,
Mike. Let's
dude.
go.
You
See
too,
you,
guys. So Skol.
Yeah, the
Skol,
Browns.
brother.
The Browns feel like Browns are literally a quarterback and a wide receiver away from being a very, very good team.
And some offensive line changes. That's the number one thing in my book right now, to be honest. When you go from one of the best offensive lines in the league to one of the worst, that's what's killing us.
Mm-hmm.
Just how many teams have a good offensive line? Like, really?
Clearly,
Like,
you today.
We had 3 backups in.
That's what's embarrassing about it.
We had
Man.
Blake Brandel, who had never, ever, ever in his career
Snap the
made
ball.
sense.
The Eagles have a great. That's why they won the Super Bowl.
Oh, the tush push. That's why.
Oh yeah, they cheat on that thing too. That thing was way too early. That with that very first play when we ran that giant Mason run, I ain't gonna lie, our guard was completely false start. Like he was already in the linebacker court.
So I called that. I said it. I was like, "Where the hell's the flag on that?" Nothing.
Yeah,
There
he
was
was
nothing.
way up there.
I texted our guys. I was like, "Dude, you guys didn't see that? The left tackle jumped." I'm like, "Oh, come on, man." That one upset me.
That was bad. That was bad to open the game. But you guys got the fumble, so it evened itself out.
Were you guys at all afraid with Kevin Stefanski coming in against you guys at all today?
Yes.
It's been 8 years. I haven't. It's been 8 years. Like
I still am. He's a 2-time coach of the year, bro. Like in the
That's
past
a participation trophy in our eyes, but
yeah. I mean, to do what he did to your team to make him a playoff team in that very first year, to where you guys didn't look really good at all, right? Like he did that. So
I don't know. We got a Pittsburgh Steelers team next week that's kind of rough around the edges, so I'm hoping that we could pull something off there because our schedule from now on gets pretty much easier than the first 6 games.
You guys got a really good shot against Pittsburgh. Honestly, division game. It's going to be close. I don't think Pittsburgh's O line is as good as what the hell we put out there. You know, it's just our middle's kind of weak, but your guys' middle is not weak.
My guy that helps me run the show, Angel's actually telling me to speak for myself about Kevin Stefanski. We're not really Kevin apologists. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Obviously, because of what he's done for the team. So it's, yeah, Angel. Definitely good stuff today, but just poor play calling.
Mhm.
And when it mattered the most, that was the unfortunate part for today.
And we had some terrible play calling for like I would say 57 minutes of the game was terrible Kevin O'Connell play calling. And he just won Coach of the Year. So I mean it is what it is. It's just when tough moments happen and the coach calls a good game, that's what matters the most. And I think Stefanski did not do that when it mattered the most, and KOC did, and that's why he got the leg up.
Absolutely. It you know, it was funny too, because I was messaging Keith earlier, and I'm like, I love games like this, you know, where it's close, but he's like, I don't. And I'm like, just become a Browns fan for like 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes left.
You should have seen we were telling him to go prep the grill again. He went to prep the grill. We scored a touchdown. Right in the fourth quarter, we're like, "Hey, go prep the grill again, buddy."
And I did. I went and light the fire. I think I should get a game ball from one of you guys on Thursday.
Yes.
You know,
You're
think about it. I don't know. No, I didn't. I mean, that game wasn't enjoyable. It really wasn't. And the Vikings played too many games like that, and especially against teams like theoretically they're supposed to win. And it just we can never have that kind of game where we can put a team away for the whole thing.
Do you guys want to hear a funny story? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I was at that Green Bay game that we won, right? We got to carry the American flag out and everything. It was a great day on the field. But then there's 4 minutes left. I went with my cousin. She's complaining about Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. She's like, let's just leave. 4 minutes left. We leave. We win the game. 13-0 in 4 minutes. We come back and win the game against Green Bay.
Oof.
I'm just going to stop watching the games, apparently.
No.
Painful.
You should check Keith's record out. It's not good.
Cody, I'm gonna work on my record and come back with it on Thursday and see how bad it actually is.
He goes to games.
I'll say this. We gotta stop seeing the Browns as an easy opponent. They did beat Green Bay, who we all thought was one of the best teams in the NFC this year. So the Browns, we should beat the Browns, but that's not going to be an easy competition. Like, they are a good team.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. Obviously, they got to mesh and come together as one. It's just there's so much that is just not good right now. Obviously, again, we put the rookie quarterback in there, so that was a whole new adjustment for the team in itself against a pretty good team, like Angel said. Once as a good enough player, and he expected. Obviously, you guys expected more out of him, but then your undrafted free agents on the line held their own.
Yeah, crazy. A guard that has never played center in his life played center today, and he called the best pass protection I've seen this year from our center. That's ridiculous. And I think it was a lot was on Wentz too, because Wentz was like the center Brandel, our guard, would turn around at Wentz. And they're communicating with each other like, hey, what's the pass protection? You can tell them they're yelling at each other back and forth. Then you turn around and the pass protection would be called. And I think I'm going to say a lot of that pass protection was on Wentz and not Brandel. I think Wentz called it, being the veteran he was.
The funniest part of the game was when Coach called the timeout and then tried to retract it. I'm like, no, get out of here, dude. We're going to not. Like, no, that's not today. Not today. You see him clearly calling a timeout. Like,
my heart sank into my gut when they get to redo it, because at that first pass, like, oh my god, let's go into the end zone. I know how this ends. We got the interception. We got the interception. I'm like, all right, sweet, Isaiah Rodgers, my God, let's go. And then I see him like kind of this walking back. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, that defensive alignment was bad. The defensive alignment was bad on that Hail Mary. Like, you had Metellus man-to-man with a receiver on that left side towards the bottom of the screen. and like you had everybody else shift to the right. I can see why KOC called that timeout. Like it was there's no safeties back there. There was zero safety help.
Yeah, I just didn't like they took too long to don't call the timeout. Like if the rest sees him calling the timeout, you don't let the play happen. Like a player could have got hurt, even though they called it back.
And you could tell, like when we moved safeties all the way back, we kept the line at the end zone, and then they did a dump off to try to stop the clock with the second left, so they can have a second play forward.
I don't know, Tommy. Might be more than that because not only have the draft picks not worked out, a lot of our free agents that we signed that we were actually excited about, they haven't been working out either. The UDFAs have been better than our draft picks and our free agent signings, and I don't think that's a great way to build a team.
Well, our free agent signings haven't played a single game together besides on defense. That's the issue.
And they haven't been good.
And they haven't been good. Also talking about the defensive line.
I am.
And Jonathan Allen.
Where are they at?
I don't care.
We had 5 or 6 rookies out there. 5 or 6 rookies out there today.
I didn't say that was KOC, but if you read the comment, he was talking about KOC KOC being great at everything except play calling, and Kwesi great at everything except drafting. And I think there's more to it than just those two flaws.
I mean, Dallas Turner played one hell of a game today.
He had a sack.
Mm-hmm. He had 4 pressures.
Did it count as a sack? That's why I wanted to ask. Was that a sack or was that just a tackle for loss?
They counted that as a sack. That Miles sack?
Yeah.
They counted that as a sack.
Yeah. It should be a sack. I mean, if Parsons is getting sacks for Dak getting 1 yard.
Well, that's what it looked like. He gained a yard. It looked like he was past the line of scrimmage, but apparently he was not.
The Dak one, yeah. So, I mean, if Parsons gets that sack, then I don't see why Turner wouldn't get sacked. It was 3 yards back.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason I didn't see it as a sack was because it kind of could have been like a QB keep, and when a QB keeps the ball, they can count it as like a tackle for loss. That's all.
No, they can, and we'll see how it actually goes down in the record book. And as Viking fans, and it'll probably go down as a tackle for loss, just so MVFU can talk more shit about Dallas Turner this week, even though he played well. Tanya's back.
The commentator said it was a smart play too about Dallas Turner.
Oh, tell us about Dallas Turner. I want to hear you.
Well, we're just talking about how he had a sack and he had a bunch of pressures, which he gets 3 to 4 pressures every game, but it still seems like a lot of our fan base just wants to talk down about him like he's not out there doing anything because, you know, they're looking at the stats and seeing they only had 1 or 2 tackles. They're not seeing 8 tackles and 2 sacks, so he's a bust. But if you actually watch the games, he has an impact throughout the game.
Oh, definitely. No, I was going to say, so the Eagles and the Cowboys are tied at 3 at the end of the first quarter, and it's Philadelphia. Now the Broncos. I'm sorry, the Broncos are actually not a bad team this year. They're doing pretty decent. I'm a fan of Bo Nix too, but I just kind of follow a bit of this and that. But I'm diehard Vikings. Anyhow, I'm just saying, let's see how this game goes, because if we get our guys back for the Eagles, it could be a very competitive game. I know they're the number 1, they're the Super Bowl winners, yada yada yada. But again, if we get our guys back, I think it's not over. You know what I mean? Like, I think there is a chance we could be competitive against them.
Yeah, I got us going 2-2 over the next 4 games. And I mean, I'll be happy with that because that's really the hardest part of our schedule, I believe. Right now it is. I mean, things change.
They do change. And I'm wondering about the bye week, because I don't know much behind the scenes. When it's a bye week, do the guys go back to their families and hang out, or do they use that time to practice more? What do they do?
They get time off.
Yeah.
It's time off. I think it might be actually illegal for us to practice during the bye week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I really wasn't sure, but I think it's good, that they do get that rest and that they can just really recover during that time.
Yeah, if there's any team that needed an early bye, it's us. Like when the schedule first came out, and I'm seeing that week 6 bye. I'm like, that's terrible. I hate that so much, but we need it right now.
Yeah, we
And
definitely.
I'm guessing the Browns need it too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fact. We got week 9, so a lot to look
And the
forward to
Browns
before
are
then.
1-3, and they didn't look that bad today, really, between Gabriel and Miles and whatnot. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, there's lots to look forward to. But yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. I want to congratulate you on your win today. Good game overall. I wish we could play again this year. I wish we could just have a good rebuttal, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you have to wait 3-4 years
Super
for
Bowl.
it.
There's a chance. There's a chance
Yeah.
we could just meet in the Super Bowl.
Not gonna happen. I can promise you that.
All right, Mike. Well, thanks for jumping on and being a good sport. And we will connect again and do something when we're just talking football, you know? So
Absolutely, guys. Appreciate you having me on for sure.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right, Mike. Have a good one.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Take care.
Ken, haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, I've just been listening. You know what my thing is I believe in defense, and when you can't tackle, I'm sorry, guys. They tackled like shit today.
They did.
The reason why that running back did as well as he did, and one was called back. Remember, one was called back for a couple of blatant holdings, but you know, when you lose your outside contain, you're dead. You know, you can't, these guys, they're not tackling correctly. I'm sorry. You need to go back to the basics. And that's what I seen in the whole game. Another thing that I did see is that double clutch crap that Wentz does. He needs to stop that shit. Just get rid of the freaking ball. 3 steps and it's gone. That's it. Bye-bye.
Well, that's what Ben Roethlisberger was known for, the pump fake. That's how you get basically the defense to jump or bite on the ball.
Yeah, but when you don't have an offensive line that's going to be able to protect you, you got to take what the defense gives you. And those passes were there. Wentz missed some open receivers last week, and he did it again this week.
Hey,
so, you know, I'm hard on players, but I want the best out there. And if you guys are going to make millions of dollars, better learn how to fucking tackle, because you can't tackle.
Ken, if I told you, I want you to give me the Vikings record right now, right? Defense has only averaged 18.8 points a game against them. What's the Vikings record? If you heard just that.
Well, it's 3-2, but I would think right now that we would only have one loss, because the only loss that I see is Atlanta. And in the Atlanta game, what happened in the Atlanta game? They couldn't freaking tackle.
18.8 points surrendered a game. What's our record? Just hearing that stat. That's it.
I would say 3-2.
At 18.8 points a game?
Yes.
See, Cody, the problem I have with it, yes, we aren't allowing points, and that's a great thing. It's the bend don't break defense, but the bend but don't break defense keeps our defense on the field a lot longer and our offense not on the field trying to score points.
Yeah, but
so like while they're doing drives, while they're like doing these long drives, and then they're only coming away with a field goal or nothing, it's preventing us from going on our own drives. Which I get it. Offense needs to sustain. Offense needs to score when they have opportunities, but our defense needs to be giving them more opportunities.
Hey, 7 punts today, 1 missed field goal, 2 fumbles. That's what the offense did today.
Oh, that's what almost lost the game, is the stupid turnovers.
Let's add those up. Let's add those up. 7 punts plus 2 fumbles. That's 9 series plus a miss. That's 10 series. That's 70 points if you want to look at it left off the board.
Yeah, but you got to be realistic. I would say it's probably 20 to 27.
Yeah, 27 points left off the board with us scoring 21 points. That's
right.
40. That's a lot of points they need.
We had 5 punts, not 7 punts, by the way. I had to go look that up. That didn't sound right.
I mean,
55.
give it up to Ryan Wright too, man. He punted really well today, man. I don't know
Wait,
what.
whoa. Hold on, Linda. What do you mean was Isaiah Rogers a mirage in week 3? What has he done wrong? If you're not hearing his name, that's a good thing because he's not getting burned. He's a cornerback, so
I think he allowed one catch, more than 10 yards. Okay. Come on, Linda. Get with the game.
Isaiah Rogers might be the defensive MVP to this point.
Yeah, he looks like an all-pro cornerback.
Yeah.
He's nasty.
No, he's great. I really wish he could have had that pick counted for him. That was just an amazing play.
The offense
agree.
needs to start getting the shit together. Thanks.
If he would have got that pick, I think I would have came out a little more happy for this aftercare if it game ended with an Isaiah Rogers.
Definitely. We managed to put it together in the end, don't we? So.
Yeah, but I wish it wouldn't be that way.
Yeah,
Redmond played a good game too. I mean, just imagine if we didn't have Redmond. I mean, Redmond had 2 knockdown passes. I mean, and he probably was tackling. He's probably the only one tackling on the whole damn team.
Hargrave was doing good.
Too.
Hargrave was tackling.
Hargrave had 1 tackle that I can recall.
If you want a Super Bowl winning team, you're only punting the ball 3 times a game.
Yeah.
That's fact. The offense needs to complement the defense. Defense, is been in but don't break it. You can't punt the ball more than 3 times a game. And you can't give the ball away twice in a game. And you can definitely not miss a field goal for points.
Wow.
I'm okay with the 5 punts, but the 2 fumbles I'm not okay with.
Yeah, it's 7.
But props to Wentz for not throwing the ball, to the other team. He had some bad passes, but he didn't turn the ball over Wentz. So I guess props on that one.
At least scored twice off the takeaway. That's 14 points you could have had, 6 points you could have had. Like the game should have been over if Will Reichert hits the field goal. The game's already over. It's already tied.
So my problem with this, besides saying the bend don't break, like it keeps the defense out there, the offense out there scoring. It's also just because I expected this defense to have a day today, man. Like I expected them to be turning the Browns over. I expected Gabriel to get sacked. I expected Gabriel to have a welcome to the NFL game, and that didn't happen. So I'm probably a little butthurt on that. I'm sure I'll go back and reevaluate this and see some things that I did like, but I expected us to dominate them. I expected their defense to give us more fits than they did. But I expected a dominant defensive performance today. We didn't get that. I guess we got a good one, a game winnable defense. I just expected more, I guess.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
They more or less like to win ugly for some reason. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out this team since the 1960s and 70s. So I mean, that's how old I am. So I've seen everything that this team has done. So, but not
a lot of surprise left from this team. Except to win the Super Bowl. That'd be the only thing. To win a Super Bowl. It's the only thing we haven't seen as Vikings fans. And Ken, yes, you see more, but it's got to be a lot of repeat by now.
Oh, believe me. I keep on telling my wife I'm going to not be a Viking fan anymore because I really like the Bills too. So,
come on. I wish you didn't do that.
Well, I'm sorry. I like Josh Allen.
But they haven't won ever either. So, like, at least say you like a team that's won Super Bowls or something. Don't say someone's in the same boat as us.
I can't stand Philadelphia. I hate Denver. I hate Dallas. I hate
you're like a Pittsburgh
everybody in our division.
What's awesome about our fan base is the roller coaster ride you get to see from them. Like the beginning of the game, it's like, oh, we suck. This sucks. I mean, I think we're calling them part of the ass list. Like Adam, part of the ass list. They ass. Throughout the game, it was bad. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, we got the ball again. There's still life, and there's life. And like I said, the mantra for the Minnesota Vikings is there's still hope. Like that's the mantra. hey, there's still hope. Well, hold on, and that's so fun. It's so fun to be part of that conversation, to be part of that fan base. Like it's not, nothing is not entertaining. Like we can score 50 points a game and get bored with it in a way, I feel like, but we're not getting dusted by 50 points either. It's down to the wire. It's like the most sweatiest game you've ever played on a Monopoly board or a Xbox game. It's just always there. You're like, hey, and it comes down to the very end every single time. I love this.
You know where I don't like KOC's play calling is you got a 2nd and 1, run the ball. No, you had a 2nd and 1. You threw the ball. He missed the pass.
I'm okay with that.
And then you. But why not just run? Why not just run the ball?
Because they're expecting you to run the ball, so that's where you come up with a big play. But after that, you don't get cute. You just run the ball up the middle. I hate that he pitched it back. Why did he go backwards on 3rd and 1?
That was the worst play call I've ever seen. KOC.
Why is he going? Why is he not going up the middle instead of going to the side?
Yeah,
and then you lose 3 yards.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
That was the one that pissed me off. The 2nd and 1 pass play, I like that because it's an element of surprise, and that's where you get a big chunk play, and you do that knowing that you're going to go on 3rd and 1 for the up the gut. Let's get that first down and get a new set of down, and they didn't do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this, guys, and get on with our weekend and watch the rest of this football. Ken, give us your final words.
Final words are: Vikings learn how to fucking tackle. This team drives me nuts. There's no way a running back should get. There's no way that you're on a 2nd and 20, you run the ball and the opposing team gets 12 or 13 yards on you. Play home. Stay in your lanes. I mean, it's just like, remember, Cody, last week when I was talking about, or actually it was after the Cincinnati game. And I was talking about the difference that Hitman makes and how he was pushing guys into lanes. These guys, they don't play disciplined, and you've got to stay disciplined, especially in the NFL. You can get away with that shit in college, but you can't get away with that in the NFL because the offenses are so good. Game balls. Okay, game balls. Redmond definitely gets one from me. Also, Dallas Turner gets a game ball from me. And I'm going to also give one to Justin Jefferson and to Jordan Addison.
So you're just giving out game balls like KOC.
Also, Hubert came in. It was his first NFL game, and he played like a stud.
Yep. I like how you said that discipline. Like I mentioned a comment in the chat. I was like, hey, this team is playing undisciplined. There's no gap sound. There's no sounds in the gaps that they're playing on defensive line. And the tackling is atrocious. You saw Judkins mow down Murphy after a shoulder tackle. You got to use your hands and your arms, my guy. You got to wrap up at the hips. Like that is not form tackling at all. And that's been an issue. It's the Vikings. So what are you going to do?
Well, you got to go back. You got to go back to the basics of football. That's on your coaches. You tell them, you look at that belt buckle, man, and you go right for that belt buckle because it ain't going nowhere. So if you watch Hitman tackle, or you watch Van Ginkel tackle, it's like a work of art.
Hitman had a sweet tackle today to stop a first down on
right.
third. That was really awesome to see.
How guys? How about the Colts? Holy crap! Where in the hell did this come from?
Whoa! Chris Carter's tweet today. Since KOC has been the coach of the Vikings, no pun intended, they play like the cardiac kids. Didn't deserve to win today. From Chris Carter.
Wow!
No pun intended, right?
He said no pun. He said no pun, not punt. But
yeah, there's a lot of points.
You got Chris Carter blasting the coach right now. That's crazy.
A lot of points not left on the board, man. That sucks. And we're talking about the first half touchdowns. We got one today. That's good.
Yeah, sorry for your take. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my.
I wanted to. Yeah. Rashid Shaheed, he's still rosterable in about 50% of leagues right now if you're in fantasy. Just letting you all know. If he had
a quarterback. That was like a 90-yarder.
Yeah, Spencer Riley could chuck it. Jackson.
All right, Cody, final words.
Final words is, hey, man, there's a lot of things we need to fix up. I know one of the keys of the game was mistakes this week. We had a bunch of mistakes this week. It wasn't good. We need to shore up those mistakes. Definitely a well-needed bye week coming up next. I'm actually happy not to watch Minnesota Vikings football for a week. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it feels like we're still waiting for our season to start. We're still waiting for all the guys to get on the field and show who we were wanting to be at the beginning of the year. And we haven't seen it yet. Everyone, we didn't even start healthy to start the year. Ginkle coming back, Cashman coming back, Kelly on IR. That sucks. But I'm just waiting to start this year. And I think it starts after the bye week. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be, but watching the 2-minute drill from Carson Wentz, I loved it. Give me McCarthy or give me Wentz at this point. I don't care. Just keep playing gritty, keep playing nasty, keep playing Vikings football, make it entertaining. Let's go.
All right, and that's it for our aftercare. Vikings win it ugly. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Let's Skol.
Let's go.